Hi everybody, it's Catherine. Happy Friday. This is another new set from the annual catalog coming out May 1st. It's called Country Flowers. There's some adorable little containers and a stool and some flowers you can stamp and color or some flowers you can just cut out. So I made a box that measures 2 3/4 by 5 by 1 and it opens like this, and inside I have two of the ribbons I got one day at Scrapbook Expo. I think they're beautiful. I think I'm going to be using this one on the hangers that I'm making for my daughter for her wedding. Okay, what we need for this project is a piece of Boho blue that is 8 by 7 3/4, and I'm using Country Woods Designer Series paper, which is also new. Let me show you. There's some very pretty wood backgrounds. Now that's the last one. Okay. So we need two pieces that are 2 1/2 by 4 3/4, two pieces that are 2 1/2 by 3/4, and two pieces that are 3/4 by 4 3/4. All right, all of that will be on my blog. Okay, this is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases under $150, not including your shipping and tax. And we're going to start on the 8-inch side. And you want to score at 1/2, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 7. Turn it to the 7 3/4 inch side and score at 1, 6, and 7. Okay, now you want to fold and burnish all of your score lines. Okay, so how this is the 1/2 inch rectangle is over here. There is 1 inch on the bottom on this side and a 3/4 inch on the top. And this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so we're going to start down over here, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. Go to the next 2 score lines, cut them to the first score line, and wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge that square. Okay, now turn it to where your 1/2 inch rectangle is over here now. And we're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the second score line, take off the bottom rectangle and wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the second score line. Take off the rectangle and wedge the square. Okay, now we're going to take these 4 pieces off. So you want to take the score line off with it so you have a nice smooth top. Okay, and then you want to wedge up into that skinny rectangle. We're going to round the corners of the top. Now this 3/4 inch piece is your top that folds inside the box. Okay, that's this piece. And this is how your cardstock should look when you're done scoring and cutting. All right, now you want to get your tear and tape and put tear and tape on what's left of the 1/2 inch rectangle and put it next to the score line. Don't put it on either one of these. You want the one that's going to be on the side of the box here. Take off the backing with my take your pick tool. Okay, now you want to flip over the whole box, flip over the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. This is the seam, so that's the back of our box. And then we're just going to glue the bottom. Okay, and that's our box. All right, so now we need our DSP. These 2 are going to go on the front and the back. These 2 are the long sides, and these 2 are the short sides. And I'm going to put them all on with liquid glue. Okay, there's your box. And we're just going to set this aside to dry, and we're going to do our stamping. Okay, so we need a piece of basic white and Tuxedo Black ink, and we're going to do the stool, this pail, and these flowers. And then we do the flower market after we color. Okay, and now I'm just going to cut these. Okay, we're using light and dark bubble bath, light and dark boho blue, light and dark lemon lolly, light and dark old olive, and light and dark smoky slate. So let's start with the smoky slate, and I'm going to put the dark on these two bands and the circle here. And then I'm going to do the rest with light and dark. Okay. Now I'm going to do the stool, excuse me, with light and dark boho blue. I'm going to do the top with light only, and then the bottom with light and dark. Okay, now I'll start with the dark balmy blue on these little flowers. I'm going to put them inside the dark. All right, and then I'll finish out those flowers with light balmy blue. Now I did this one with bubble bath, but I think I'm going to do all three of these flowers with light and dark lemon lolly. So I'll start with the dark and then I'll go into the light. Okay, then I'm going to go over the centers with the dark lemon lolly one more time just to really put them, lay down a little more color. Okay, now, well actually, maybe I'll add a little bit of old olive to the middle. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to use light and dark old olive for the leaves. Now we need to stamp the flower market on the pail. Now you could always add another sentiment down here by the stool legs if you want to. All right, now we need our box. And I'm going to attach the stool. Well, first let's attach our flowers. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right on the top here. Okay, and then on the back here, I'm going to put a little line of glue on the bottom and attach that to the stool. We need some dimensionals. Okay, and then I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Okay, and now I'm going to take the lemon lolly ribbon, which is still available but retiring. It's lemon lolly. It's a sheer ribbon combo pack, and I'm going to tie a bow right on the top. Okay, and for the final touch, I'm going to use, now on this one, I used solid gems, which are retiring. Now I'm going to use rainbow dots because I only had a few yellow. I wanted to use yellow. But this one looks fine with the blue, but I'm going to change it. All right, so I want one right here, one right there, and one right there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Just a little sneak peek of a new product. And it's available on May 1st. Okay, have a great day. The directions are written out on my blog, and there's a link to my shop and a link to my Facebook group if you'd like to join that. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.